right, I was born in the city of Lvov.
Your name?
It was Poland. My name, William, Koenig. And that's the beginning. Now, what
That's
I was
okay.
supposed to say?
Well, just where you were born and some of your experience as you were growing up. And
No, I was growing up, it's partially Ukrainian people, the majority.
yeah,
They call it Lviv. And then the
Yeah,
Russians
keep looking
came
here.
in. Then the Russians came in. And I lived under the Russians for 2 years. I made the biggest mistake of my life. I could have gone with them to Russia. They begged me to go when they left. Then the Nazis came in. The war broke out.
how old were you when the Nazis came in?
Well, I was already around 18, I believe, something like that. Close to 18, not quite. But 18, I would have been in the Russian army.
Oh,
They prepared me already. I had injections and everything.
oh,
Then the war broke out. The Nazis, got the blitzkrieg. But the Russian begged me to go there with them. And I could have, because I didn't have nothing to lose.
yeah. So just keep talking whatever you can remember about your life. Your family,
Should put on a
or
nicer shirt or something.
Oh, that was a difference.
that's okay.
Fix it, Pierre, down there.
It's okay.
That's the way it's coming. Fix it. What's the fix?
You're fine.
That's what I wear around the house.
Yeah.
So what else was I supposed to say?
Anything you could think of, just when what your childhood was like, your family, what your parents did.
Tell them
and,
where you were born.
I was born in the city of Lvov
In what year?
in 1922,
Okay.
July 31st, 1922. That's when I was born.
A little bit about your family, your mom, mother,
My
father.
mom died when I was 14, and I was the oldest of 4.
Okay, you're looking here.
And my father got himself a young bronze. She was a cousin.
Oh, no kidding. Huh?
She was closer to me and to him.
Yeah.
No, I didn't live at home anymore afterwards.
Okay.
I was free. I was a free agent. I had plenty places to sleep, to go, and to do things.
Okay.
I was always independent. I couldn't see him being with a cousin.
Yeah.
You know. I never got along with my father too well,
Hey, that's good. You got to keep talking.
because he didn't treat
Keep
my
on tell
mother.
this story. Keep on fast.
He keep on mistreating my mother, and that's the only mother I ever had.
Okay.
And I lost her when I was 14. She died from cancer. And yet neither one of our family had cancer.
Bill, keep on.
Keep on what? I don't know what the heck to talk.
In camp, when they took you to camp, how the war broke out.
The war broke out, and they took me to a death camp. And if I wouldn't run away from over there, I would have never been here. I just happened to know where to run and how to run. Then I was in the ghetto for a while, and then I had to escape to the sewers
Wow.
on the outside of the ghetto, and to be free. And I travel during the night. I travel with trains. During the day, I slept in somebody's, the farmers' places.
Uh-huh.
I never was hungry because they always had fresh bread baked, put it in the barn. They kept to keep it cool, to cool it off, and I smell the bread. So I know where to go. I carry a blanket with me, I cover myself up, crawl in the hay, slept. I really travel like a
Gypsy.
bum. Travel, go on top of the train. If I couldn't go into the train, I go I used to jump into a toilet window. I travel with her like that.
On top of a train. Yeah.
Because we didn't have no money for the ticket. So if I couldn't open the window from the toilet, I broke it and I got in, pull her in, went on the roof, pull her up, and that's it, be free.
Wow.
But when we came to the destiny, we were just as black as your camera, from the ashes.
Oh, yeah.
But that's how you travel after the war.
Now, started which camp was the first and that? Please.
The first camp was Janowska, it was a death camp. And that was on the edge of our town, Lvov.
Wow.
They call it, the Ukrainian call it Lviv, the Russian call it Lvov,
All right, continue going with it.
the Polish call it
How you
Lvov.
ran away where you were. Please keep doing it.
So I was there in a camp and nobody survived from that camp. They were killing them like crazy. So I ran away. Broke through the wires, brought me some scissors from the job.
What does wires...
His wires used to be electrocuted by
Yeah.
night. And they caught somebody, they shot him, put him in between the wires. But I got me a pair of scissors and I left. I ran away.
How were you able to cut the
I had
electric
scissors.
wires?
I had scissors.
And that...
Didn't bother me, insulated, wrapped around the handles with rags. So I made a little spark, but it never touched me.
Oh.
And you got to be smart with those things. And besides, it was in the city where I was born and raised. I knew every stone around there. What are you doing?
The
Was that,
lamp was on.
Oh,
did you tell us the name of the city that you were...
sure, it's Lvov. Lvov.
Oh, okay.
Lviv, the Ukrainian call it Lviv.
What languages did you speak?
I spoke Polish, Ukrainian, Russian,
Wow.
He
Yeah,
speaks
Yiddish.
6 languages.
Yiddish, German.
Wow. You still... Can you still speak some of those languages?
Yes, but
A little bit.
You know, if you don't use it, you lose it. But I understand though, when I come amongst German and they speak.
All right, continue when you ran away where you were.
Oh, I ran away from Janowska. There was a death camp. The first
Where did you
camp.
run? Keep talking.
I ran as far as I could, you know, but I used to travel.
By yourself?
By myself. Sleep during the day and travel during the night. During the day I used to go in and got into the hay
Uh-huh.
and cover myself up with the hay, and I was just like that. I slept there.
Wow.
At night I travel. And if I needed food, I smell where the food was. But yes, because you could smell fresh bread.
Yeah.
And when the farmers baked the bread, they put it in the barn. where was I in the barn?
Where were you when you were liberated?
When I was liberated in Czechoslovakia.
Bill,
I was in,
Yeah.
what?
tell him about Hrubieszov. Tell him about the thing, please.
I was in a lot of camps.
Do you remember some of them? Could you tell us about
Sure,
some of the
I was-
camps?
I was in Hrubieszov, I was in Leitmeritz. I was in a lot of camps. Some of them I ran, some of them I stayed.
Oh.
If I was treated decent, I stayed, and if I couldn't, I just took off. No luck or anything was for me. I broke everything through.
It's
If I had
probably...
to run away from camp, I brought some scissors, and isolated scissors, and break the wires.
What?
and run away.
Insulated scissors.
Yeah.
How did you get those?
On the job.
From the what job?
You don't know what we did. We built planes for them bastards, for the
Oh.
Nazis. Once they took me as a saboteur. I worked with a German Polak. The son of a gun was drunk over the weekend, and I was sitting inside the airplane, and I was supposed to, you know, he was shooting
What, rivets?
rivets,
Rivets,
and
yeah.
I was supposed to form it. And we had signals, you know, and I did twice. That's it. It's for.
Oh.
And that stupid bastard was drunk from a night before. It was on a Monday. They took me as a saboteur. They broke my back. It's still in trouble.
Oh boy.
I got 125 on my bare back, and 2 dogs were holding my feet.
Oh.
2 German shepherds. When I moved, they bit.
Wow. Well, you
Oh,
survived.
I've been through a lot of hell.
Yeah. Well,
I got kicked and ruptured.
in the different camps that you were in?
Yes. A lot of them I run away from. But I couldn't be free for too long because the people didn't let me. They turned me in.
So you were turned in a number of times?
Oh, yes.
Wow.
Why don't you tell them where you had to dig the graves?
And then I was in one place, we were digging graves.
What camp was that? Was it at a camp?
Not a camp. It was just
Was it in Hrubieszów?
Yeah, Hrubieszów. There wasn't a camp. They called it a camp, but we were free. They took one street and they gave it to the Jews. We lived pretty good over there. And they needed workers, so they took us to the city hall to work, to clean. And we were digging ditches. And what was the ditches for? To bury Jews.
Were the ditches very deep?
Oh, yeah, as deep as we can go. And a lot of places we hit water.
Oh.
They had brought engineers, and with wheelbarrows we used to go around, carry the dirt out.
Oh.
There was some project.
And tell them what.
Until there was in Hrubieszów.
Tell them what they did.
Until we almost hit water. They took all people from the town and they just shot them. And then I was supposed to bury it. Like one guy says to me, Shema Yisrael, he says, please don't cover me. I'm alive.
Oh.
And I said, shut your mouth. And I pretended I'm hitting him, but I didn't.
You didn't cover
I
him?
say, don't talk. I says, lay there. I will make sure that you won't have too much dirt on you. Cover your face and that's all. So you'll be able to run at night. There was local people.
Wow.
So go ahead, tell them what happened.
So all goddamn Nazis seen it. They came and chopped his head off with a shovel. Because he didn't keep his mouth shut. He kept on talking. I says, don't talk, shut up. Some people are stupid.
So he kept talking?
He kept talking. I didn't even look at him. I looked in the air. The Nazi came over and said, what are you doing there? What are you looking? I said, I want to see fresh air. You just had me in jail, I said. But that stupid donkey was still talking.
So the German heard him talking?
Chopped his head off.
And he shot him?
Shot him. They don't use no bullets on Jews. He used a shovel.
Oh. He killed him with a shovel?
From there you went to which camp?
There was Hrubieszów. Then what the hell did I go?
After Hrubieszów, you're forgetting already.
But sure, I'm old. What the hell you want from me?
You're doing good.
Some things I don't even remember anymore. It's just like a dream.
What are some of the other jobs you had in the camps or in the ghetto?
I did anything, a lot of things. We did cement things. You know, we were pouring cement. They used to use it in canals. You know, like making from cement.
Foundations, huh?
No,
Yeah.
it's not foundations.
No?
It's like
Sewage.
sewages, but large ones. You could walk. Both sides were sidewalks.
Oh.
And we built that from scratch, from cement, and formed it. Oh, they had mules to work. And we were hungry too.
Wait a minute. Why don't you tell them? All right, if you cannot, tell them from the last camp where you were, where I met you.
Oh, that was Leitmeritz. The last camp was not too bad. It was an international camp.
Well, that was in 1945?
Before, yeah.
Yeah.
Before liberation.
That's where you met Anna?
I found out about Jews existing. I was the only Jew on one thing. I had to cover up this stupid thing.
Oh,
KL,
Yeah.
Konzentrationslager.
what? Let's see that.
I have KL here.
Oh, I see it. Yeah. Wow.
It means concentration camp.
You can't wash that off.
Who the hell wants to wash it? I would never touch it.
Oh.
Anyway, I was liberated between 99% Gentile. There was no Jews anymore. They took the Jews out to destroy them.
And why don't you tell them what kind of work you did there, underground?
We worked in the mine. Like, I was digging places for them to work, to build tanks, motors to tanks. And I was doing the digging and blowing up
Explosive.
rooms. They give you dynamite. They trust some Jews with dynamite.
Yeah.
Because I worked with two nice guys, two Bavarian old timers, old miners. They themselves couldn't run, and they give them short fuses. And I had to run, you know, light them and run. And
Wow,
hide.
light them and run, huh?
But they were two nice people.
Okay.
I wouldn't be alive, I wouldn't be for them. They used to bring, each used to bring a sandwich for me. So I had double what they had.
That helped. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And if I tell you what I ate, you wouldn't believe it.
Let's hear it.
Those people eat cat meat.
Cat meat?
They call it Katzenbraten,
Well,
roast cat. It was delicious, believe me.
it was? No kidding.
They used to feed, in Austria, they used to feed, you know, raise cat for food, especially during the war.
So the food was good? I mean, it was good?
Oh, and they each brought a sandwich for me. They ate one, I ate two.
Well, that helped keep you alive.
Oh, yes. I was lucky many places because I was a worker.
Yeah.
See, they couldn't say the lazy Jew.
No, you were a working
They
Jew.
used to say I'm a worker. They didn't even mention the name Jew.
It probably saved your life.
Oh, yeah. They fed me. They used to bring each two sandwiches. One for me, one for them. So I ate two.
That was good.
And they were nice. They were old coal miners.
Were you,
Hans and Franz.
oh, you remember?
Oh, yeah, look for them suckers. I'm going to reward them after the war. Just like ground would open and disappear.
So what happened to your family after the Germans?
My mother died when I was still a youngster. For cancer. And neither one of us has cancer and had cancer.
It was just your mother.
My mother.
Yeah.
My father got killed, shot on the street. He thought he's a hero.
Yeah.
He thought he's got Ukrainian friends. They give him out.
How about you had sisters? Or the rest of your family?
Survivors, Gentile. They went to Germany to work as Christians.
Are they living?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
One of them, both live, both alive. One of them, they're in Florida.
One in Florida?
The younger one, yeah, the younger one lives in Florida. That's the youngest. The brother got killed because he couldn't be arrested. He had to be free. So he walked on the street. Somebody pointed a finger. Nazis killed him.
What's your childhood like? Did you experience anti-Semitism as you were growing up
I?
when you were young?
Did I?
Let's hear
I
it.
used to beat the crap out of them. My father taught me hit first and ask questions later. Oh, my father was a hero. He didn't mess around. He carried a gun, even during the Polish time.
Okay.
A Jew officially, legally, because they used to send him for money to the railroad to collect money for the company. He was involved with a tannery.
Oh.
He used to do the import and export. He had horses and wagons. He had a lot of workers. He had horses in Vegas. He used to do the import and export for the tannery. And he had a gun legally. He was what they call
Part of the police?
no. They gave him a gun legally because he was carrying money to the railroad, collecting money from the railroad. Like a courier.
Yeah.
And then he had horses in Vegas which did import and export.
Yeah.
So he carried a gun officially.
Did he ever have to use it?
He did. He wasn't ashamed. He's an Austrian soldier, ex-Austrian soldier.
Oh.
He had a sharp nail hit his head. Right there, he didn't have no hair. As long as I knew him.
Oh.
He was in the war, fought for the Austrians.
I got 3 minutes left on here. Then I'll be done.
Okay, what do you want to talk about here?
Let's see. We talked about anti-Semitism. I experienced anti-Semitism, and what you went to school.
I was about 2 Jews in one class.
Out of how many in the class?
Oh, about 40 or 50 something.
And just 2 Jews, and then you had a fight with them because.
I was a pretty
We
good
endured
fighter.
quite a bit of anti-Semitism.
Oh God, did I go through that. But my father taught me, you hit first and then ask questions. And that was my motto. I didn't wait to get hit. Before that, even think about hitting me, the nose was bleeding.
Good for
I
you.
was a fighter.
I guess a lot of Jews were not fighters.
No, sissies.
Yeah, that's
They were
right.
afraid of their own shadow.
Yeah,
I used to fight for a lot of them. But there wasn't too many of us. There was 40 kids, 2 or 3 Jews in a class.
yeah.
You know what our teachers used to do when a teacher came in? She used to go like that. Who has already garlic? Because if you brought a salami sandwich,
Yeah.
it was garlic. And the teacher
Oh,
used to
she was a stupid bitch. If a teacher told me that, I says, you eat more goddamn garlic than the Jews do. Every goddamn sausage you make is garlic. How the hell can you make... See, I spoke up. A teacher wanted to hit me in the hand. I pulled away and she broke the rule. Oh, you're going to go to the principal? I says, the hell with you with the principal too. I'm going home.
Well,
Wow.
you weren't smart.
You were a tough guy.
Oh yeah, I didn't take crap from nobody.
No, I think that's good. That helped you survive. I'm sure
Sure.
being that kind of person.
Sure, I wanted to be free just like everybody else. And besides, my father taught me a lot of things. Hit first and ask questions.
Well, he was not nice to you though as you were growing up.
He liked to drink. He used to feed
Then
his
he-
bodies,
Oh,
get him drunk. He was a drunkard.
he
He
was a
cared
drunk.
more to be a good guy outside than in the immediate family.
He didn't care for us that much. He wasn't too bright.